my questions, I got a couple things. One for 30 seconds. Last month, Matt Allen from the DEA told this committee that criminal investigations go hand in hand with immigration enforcement. Homeland Security Investigation Special Agent in Charge Jason Stevens agreed these crimes don't operate in isolation. Reconciliation made millions in that is intended to and will allow agents to tackle violent crime, including organized crime. Then also, I want to put in the record either statements or letters on this legislation from over 260 member companies of the National Retail Federation, the National Retail Industry Leaders Association, Ulta Beauty Incorporated, the Home Depot, National Police Association, National Insurance Crime Bureau, Association of American Railroads, International Council of Shopping Centers, Intermodal Association of North America, and the American Trucking Association. Without objections, they will be entered in the record. So I'm going to start my questioning. Oh, by the way, I'll announce that on the Democratic side, the order is Durbin, White House, Klobuchar, Blumenthal, Hirano. On my side, it's Grassley, Cornyn, Blackburn, Britt, Moody. Ms. Steffens, you're a strong supporter of my bill. You just made an outstanding statement. The bill amends current law to enable prosecution of organized retail and supply chain crime groups using interstate and foreign commerce and establishes the Organized Retail and Supply Chain Crime Coordinator Center at HSI. How would this legislation improve the ability of both law enforcement and prosecutors like you to tackle organized retail crime?
I believe that, Senator, that this would be a game changer because with the 218 organized crime cases that our office has done in San Diego, we have not been able to break through to what is going on nationally. We know these groups are operating nationally, internationally. In fact, the retailers tell us that their trackers are sounding off in the middle of the seas, heading to different countries. But the investigations stop at the local level. This is a national problem that's draining the economic resources from Americans, hardworking Americans, but it's also draining the heart and soul and security of human beings. We have to be able to bring national solutions. We have multiple examples where national, state, local solutions work. When we're dealing with, for example, elder scams, we brought a national task force with the FBI. That's the only way we were able to identify nationals from China that had organized these scams, and were able to actually bring both RICO actions on the federal, and my office brought state actions. Fentanyl, we've been able to drop that in San Diego by 37%. Absolutely would not happen without working with Customs and Border Protection on a fast team where we got that done.
Thank you, Mr. Glawe. You've served at the top level, law enforcement and intelligence. We know from DHS reports that cartels, terrorists, and human traffickers either facilitate organized retail and supply chain crime or use its proceeds to finance other crimes. How are transnational criminal organizations using organized retail and supply chain crime to further their criminal activities?
Chairman Grassley, thank you for the question. We are embedded with the Department of Homeland Security, HSI, and Customs and Border Protection in all the major ports and with the FBI, and we're embedded with all 50 fusion centers, or 50 states and multiple fusion centers as well. NICB is involved as the information hub for the insurance carriers, the private sector, and these organizations. We've done it for 115 years. We have seen goods moving overseas. In Mexico, we repaid over 2,000 vehicles that have ended up south of the border. We know that these stolen goods are going to West Africa and the Middle East. From my prior role as the undersecretary and as an FBI agent here in Washington, we know that the supply chains are interdicted with Lebanese Hezbollah. We've seen that from Hamas, and we know the Mexican drug cartels are involved with the goods going south of the border. A coordination center, a center for excellence to coordinate intelligence from the private sector and my partners to my left, and from the local law enforcement, as well as coordinating operations is critical. This committee is well aware of OCDF and SOD, the Counterterrorism Center, Counterproliferation Center. These centers provide the hub for information and operational, sharing information and coordinating resources, as well as tactical level response. We know the model, we know the successful model, and this bill would get us there, or partially there.
Ms. Stephan, Title 18 makes federal crime to transport stolen property with a value of $5,000 or more in interstate and foreign commerce. Supreme Court case law allows prosecutors to aggregate the value of stolen goods in common scheme to reach that threshold. Why is aggregation of theft amounts very important?
Aggregation is critical because it distinguishes between somebody who is a drug addicted who goes in to steal something. Food is still wrong, but it separates them from the habitual organized criminals. It allows you to see the activity in totality and to be able to see the repeat offenses that form the structure of organized habitual criminals. In California, we recently, after a long 10-year fight, made a change in Proposition 36 that allowed us to aggregate, and it's already making a difference because we used to have criminals coming in with the calculators to go right under $950, thus leaving them at a citation misdemeanor level. That's what caused all our products to become locked up except the criminals that were committing the crimes.
Thank you, Senator Gerber.